Okay, Double Jeopardy time.
Constellations? You are so foxy.
Rawr.
American history. Rivers. Mythical menagerie.
And
1960s TV. Player one, you start.
alright, so I start this round. How about 1960s TV for 4?
First aired on September 30th, 1963, Opie the Birdman has become a classic episode of this sitcom. Let's hear it, player two. Good.
Andy Griffith Show, yep.
Okay, let's get back into this. Player two, you make the next selection. In 1964, Mary Tyler Moore won her first Emmy as this new Rochelle housewife. It's player two.
Woo! Yep. Or Petrie, yep.
On August 29th, 1967, he finally caught up with the one-armed man. Let's hear it, player two.
Who is Richard Kimball?
Good
Yep.
for you. Player two, pick again. On The Addams Family, Ted Cassidy played not only Lurch, but this disembodied hand as
I can't
well.
remember the name of that hand.
Yes, player one?
Who is Thing?
That's correct.
And let's finish off that category.
A lot of clues, a lot of categories. The never-used lyrics of its theme song were written by Gene Roddenberry. It's player two.
Is Star Trek?
Right you are.
Okay.
A lot of
So
clues, a lot of
14,000.
categories. Player two, make a selection. At Jefferson Davis's suggestion, in 1855, Congress bought some of these animals from Egypt for the Southwest. Let's hear it, player one.
What are camels?
Yep,
Okay,
player one, you start us off.
let's switch categories. Mythical Menagerie for 4.
Nessus, one of these half-horse creatures, tried to abduct Hercules' wife. Big mistake. Player two.
What is a centaur?
Yeah, it's a centaur.
Player two, where do we start? Every 500 years or so, this bird was reborn from its own ashes. Let's hear it, player one.
What is the Phoenix? Mythical Menagerie for 1200.
Player one, you start. The first of Hercules' 12 labors was to slay the Nemean This. Afterwards, he wore its skin. Player one,
What is the lion?
right you are.
Alright, Mythical Menagerie for 1600.
You get to pick again, player one. It wasn't hard for this Lernean serpent to get ahead. Every time one of its heads was cut off, 2 grew in its place. Player two,
What is a hydra?
Yeah, Hydra's correct.
What's the juicy?
player two, start us. She was a beautiful nymph before she was turned into a sea monster, doomed to live in a cave opposite Charybdis. Let's hear it, player two.
Who is Shimura?
Sorry,
No.
that's wrong. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
That was a guess. I didn't know.
Let's hear it, player one.
Lamia?
No, that's
No, Lamia wasn't right either.
Here's the correct response. Scylla.
Well, no harm, no foul.
Player two, back to you for our next selection. Franklin Pierce's hope for glory in this war ended when he was thrown from his horse and injured. Yes, player two.
What is the Mexican War?
Hey, you're right. Player two, back to you for Kelly.
The ancient Pueblo peoples who built cliff dwellings such as these are also known as the Anasazi. a word meaning enemy in the language of this largest of U.S. tribes.
It's player 1.
What is the Navajo tribe?
That is correct.
Okay,
Let's get
1600
back into
American
this. Player
history.
1. In November of 1903, troops from the USS Nashville were used to stop Colombians from reaching this now capital city.
I don't think I know this.
Here's the response we were looking for. Panama City.
Oh, Panama City, okay. Let's finish the
Player
category.
1, you pick again. Admitted as the 22nd state in 1819, it seceded in 1861 and was readmitted in 1868. Here's the response we were looking for. Alabama.
Alabama. Alright, I think it's time we went somewhere else.
You again, player 1.
We have yet to find those 2 daily doubles. Rivers for 400.
Candido Rondon found the River of Doubt, now the Rio Roosevelt, which flows in this country's Amazonas state. Yes, player 2.
Oh boy, what is Colombia?
No, not Colombia.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Okay, it's a
Player
50-50,
one.
so I'll say, what is Argentina?
No, that's not.
Nope. So it was Brazil.
Here's what we were looking for. Brazil.
Okay. Let's try
Player one.
rivers for 800.
British River, on which Oxford's great rival university is located. Okay, player 2.
What is the team?
Sorry.
It's not the Thames River.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Hey,
Yes, player 1.
Okay, how about the Avon River?
Sorry.
No, it was the Cam River.
Here's what we were
Oh
looking
yeah, for
The
Cambridge.
Player
Oh.
1, back to you.
Oh, rivers for 1200.
GE acknowledges that in the 20th century, it dumped PCBs into this river around Troy. Let's hear it, player 2.
what is the Hudson?
That's it.
And the Hudson is correct.
Player 2, start us.
You are so foxy for 400.
In a practice routine for typists, this critter jumps over the lazy dog. Okay, player 2.
What is the nimble red fox?
No, that's not right. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Let's hear it, player 1.
What is the quick brown fox?
That's right.
That's what we needed.
A lot of clues, a lot of categories.
Constellations
Player
for
one,
4.
Make a select. In the late 16th century, this Flemish cartographer projected the constellations onto star globes. Okay, player 2.
Oh, why did I write? Oh, shoot.
Jodocus hondius. No.
Anyone else? It's player 1.
All the wrong way.
Who is Cornelius de Jode?
Sorry.
No.
Here's the response we were looking for. Gerard
Can't seem to
Smirtinski.
shake that $7,000 mark.
You get to pick again, player 1.
Rivers for 1600. Answer. One of the daily doubles.
Answer. The first of the two.
Okay, I've got half as much money as
How
what
much
you
are you
have,
going to wager,
so
player 1?
even if I were to make it a true daily double, I cannot overtake you for the lead, but I could tie you. I'm gonna try $3,000.
And the clue. It's fed by the Hasbani River in Lebanon and by the Banias in Syria.
What is the Jordan River?
Hey, you're
Yes! Rivers for
Player
2000.
1, pick again. Its upper part runs clear. It clouds up near Great Falls, Montana, and gets muddier from there. Here's the response we were looking for. The Missouri.
The Missouri River. 2 categories left.
Player 1, you pick again, please.
You are so foxy for 800.
J.J. Dickinson and M. Jeff Thompson were each called this Francis Marion nickname of the Confederacy. Player 2.
What is Mountain Fox?
No, that's
No,
not.
that's not right.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
I don't know this one, so I'm not going to try.
These are some tough categories we've got.
Here's the correct
Well,
response.
we're almost done with the
Swamp
round, so
Player 1, pick again.
1200.
Around 1650, George Fox founded this religious group. Player 1?
Who are the Mormons?
No.
No, it's not the Mormons.
Any other takers? Here's what we were looking for. Quakers.
Quakers. 1600.
Player 1, back to you. It immediately precedes golf in the NATO phonetic radio alphabet.
Oh, come on, Skype.
We're talking about Foxtrot.
Foxtrot.
Player 1, pick again.
And there's the other Daily Double.
Answer. The other Daily Double. You are currently in second place.
1200.
And the Daily Double clue. The foxglove plant is the main source of this medicine, used as a stimulant in damaged heart tissue.
Okay, what is... the first one, the one that's hard to pronounce, and that's not
The
right.
correct response is digitalis.
Digitalis.
Select again.
Constellations for 2000.
In the 1680s, Johannes Hevelius added 7 new constellations, including Vulpecula, the little this. Okay, player 1.
What is Fox?
You get to pick again, player 1. Here's Kelly.
This constellation stretches from the claws to the stinger.
Okay, player 2.
Scorpio? Yep.
Player 2, you start us off. The bright star Betelgeuse marks one of the shoulders of this
Skype really needs to
constellation.
stop derping. Well, at least we're almost done.
Oh, it's getting real annoying.
Well, at least we're almost done with the game.
Here's what we wanted. Orion.
Orion was the answer, and we have one clue left to
And
look
we'll
at, so let's take a look at it now.
This clue. Ptolemy listed a constellation named for this Jason's ship. It's been replaced by Carina, Puppis, Pyxis, and Vela. Okay, player 1.
What is the Argo? And I'll finish the Double Jeopardy round at 10,400. You have the lead at
Congratulations to all of you. You'll be
14,800,
continuing
and,
on to Final
and that brings
Jeopardy.
us to Final Jeopardy. So it's still anybody's game,
Final Jeopardy still to come.
and our category for Final Jeopardy is
Poetry.
poetry. Alright,
You need to select your wager.
I'm gonna go 4,600. Okay, now we're just waiting on Frank's wager here.
Here's your final
All right.
Jeopardy clue. In a poem about this battle, Robert Browning wrote, To Acropolis, run, Pheidippides, one race more.
What is... Okay, I don't think it's Kenny or Hastings. What is Marathon?
Did you come up with the correct response?
Let's see.
And this correct
And Marathon is right.
response
So I go up to $15,000. And let's see what Frank
your
said.
response?
Marathon as well.
With that correct response,
And the wager?
you will get
5,000. So Frank wins it with 19,800.
You are our new champion.
Alright.
And I end up with
Thanks for playing.
$15,000. Now keep in mind, this game does not go to does not count to any of our runs. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. This was just for fun, folks. And we'll see you next time.